Welcome to Immortal Works Flash Fiction Friday, episode 74, Carolina Forever, by Molly Zenk, read by John Grundvig. We met at a Halloween party. She was dressed as a unicorn, magical, special, one of a kind. And I was myself, boring, plain, uninspired, and so beneath her I shouldn't have even attempted to approach such a special creature. I told myself not to. I told myself to just admire her from afar like I would do in the real world. But this was Halloween night. It's always been like my New Year's Eve with rebirth and new beginnings. Anything is possible on Halloween. You can be anyone, the best version of yourself. Even though I didn't dress up, I decided I would be brave. So I was. Somehow, I stood up, walked across the room, and introduced myself to that magical girl in the unicorn costume. Xavier! I tapped my chest with both hands to show that I meant me, in case other guys send seconds because they're too awestruck to actually talk to her. She glanced over at me before flipping her blonde hair over her shoulder with a flick of her wrist. I swore time slowed down, or maybe it was just my breathing that slowed down. The edges around my vision went gray. I swayed in place, holding my breath. I waited. I waited for her to acknowledge me, or put me out of my misery. Lights danced in front of my eyes. Blues, greens, reds, yellows. They're not as bright as the violet of her eyes. Carolina! I let out all my air in one relieved breath. My Halloween magic worked. What are you dressed as? She motioned at my black suit and tie combo. A mobster or something? Close. A laugh escaped through my ecstatic lips. She talked to me. My precious unicorn talked to me. Undertaker. Carolina crinkled her perfect little nose and mouth. Seriously? I handed her a business card. Simpson and Simpson Mortuary. Somebody has to do it. Hey, Carolina, you coming? Someone shouted from across the room. Carolina turned that perfect, sublime head of hers again toward the sound of her name. Yeah, give me a sec. She downed her drink and handed me the empty cup. Take care of that for me, would you? I watched her go. I meant it when I said Halloween is a time of rebirth and new beginnings for me. Carolina may go home with someone else, but she'd be spending forever with me. I needed to believe in that unicorn Halloween magic. 2 nights later, Carolina's car swerved off the road to avoid hitting a black cat. Cliché? Perhaps. I say it's all part of my Halloween magic at work. She died almost instantly. Since she still had my business card in her purse, they brought her body to my mortuary. Her family requested cremation, but unable to burn such a beautiful, rare creature, I embalmed her instead. I sent the family dog ashes. In their grief, they never questioned it. Now Carolina will truly be with me forever. Thanks for listening. Please visit the author's webpage, mollyzenkwrites.wordpress.com. And if you have a story you want to read on our podcast, submit it by going to www.immortal-works.com. Please also share, subscribe, like, and rate our podcast. Doing so can save someone's life. I mean, we can't prove that, but are you really willing to take the chance?